Look at there.
I've been working like a dog, day and night, trying to finish up this job and do it right. There's only a few things that a man like me needs, and Jesus whiskey, and you're right next to me, singing, hey honey, I'm coming home. I don't know why you've gone so long. Hey honey, I'm coming home to you. Said, hey honey, promise please that you're gonna leave the light on for me. Hey honey, I'm coming home soon. You know what we're gonna do. Heaven knows that you put your time into it. Hell of a woman, sweet red wine, and how you choose. Well, let's get one thing straight, it ain't about what you do for me. Well, I'm gonna love you, and I love you loving me. Singing, hey honey, coming home. I don't know why I've been gone so long. Hey honey, I'm coming home to you. Said, hey honey, promise please that you're gonna leave the light on for me. Hey honey, I'm coming home soon. You know what we're gonna do, yeah.
Look at that, everybody. Hey, what's up with the Hawk Stalkers, huh? How about that? I'm so glad to be hanging here with Diane Hawkins, everybody. She is a massive, wonderful hero of mine. I'm so glad to be here with her. I'm going to be talking to her in a second. I'm gonna make her go away for just a second, and I'm gonna share a few things if you don't mind. Look at her; she's covering her face. She's like, "What? Hold on! I was ready for my big debut." I want to share a few things with you about her, and she is an Air Force vet, and is a wonderful hero of mine. Look at her with that guitar. I can't wait. I'm gonna ask her to play a tune or two for us. She's got the Don't Sing-along song. OMG, I love it. She has, a sense of humor that is so cute, so awesome. And we're so glad that she's here with us on Heroes Live. Heroes Live, everybody's put together by Joe and I. Joe Benson and I have put this together, and the idea is to capture timeless stories of our heroes, right? I've talked to my mom and my dad, and I've talked to my old first soldier and my old battery commander. And it just makes me tear up to realize that I'm getting these stories before we're sick. And I love it. And thank you. I'm here tonight with Diane Hawkins, everybody. Hey, tomorrow night, we're doing Cold Steel Hangout. OMG. It's a Zoom Room Hangout, Cold Steel Edition, 7 o'clock Central, 8 Eastern. You got to come check it out. You got to check it out. And then Thursday night, Tom Lee, my bestest buddy. Oh, my gosh. You got to come check it out, 8 Eastern. 7 Central. I'm here, everybody, with Diane Hawkins tonight. And before we go there, I want to tell you a little bit about why, my old buddy, Maggot, he got sick. And he couldn't tell the stories anymore. And I said, I want to tell the stories, And so he had like a tumor and he couldn't remember yesterday, but he could tell the old times. And so we captured some of those stories. It's an episode. You can go check it out. And then Sergeant Mason, he had esophageal cancer and he couldn't talk. And I had taken a break and Sergeant Mason's, sickness and death caused us to get started. And Joe, created a coin, and there's Joe and I, and created a box, and that's kind of, we're putting the memories. This slideshow and this interview will go on that thumb drive right there, and the coin will have a serial number, and it's something we hope that that everybody will be proud of. And so that's kind of what we're doing. If you want to know where we're doing it, the best place to find us to see the content is at Marshall in the Middle on YouTube. There's the massive content. Formerforce.com is our home. That is where you can find the place to sponsor us, and how to sponsor a hero. And also, I want to take a minute before we get started here to talk about our sponsors, right? I really appreciate the folks that are taking an opportunity to sponsor us. Williams, Jackman, Calderon, Cox, Beans, Evans are master rated donors. $500 makes you a master rated donor, and we really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. It's just Joe and I. We made all this stuff ourselves. Our mission is just to get the stories told, before we get sick. That's what it's all about. That's what it is. And, tonight, guess what? I'm here with Diane Hawkins, and all the Hawk stalkers are here. We're going to play this or that here in a little bit. And look, here we are. Hey, Diane, good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I love you so much. She and I met around a poker table. Yeah, and we had, I'm going to tell you something. If you're playing poker and it don't mean nothing, then you can sure have a good time. And so that's what we did. We met around that poker table, and I learned a little bit about her, and she's going to tell us more tonight. So welcome, Diane. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Well, thanks so much for putting this on. I love that you're doing this. I mean, I think it's a great cause, and it's true. There's going to be a point in time where I love to tell my stories, but I may not remember them. And you can talk to some of my friends, and they already are telling you, it's like, don't you remember when you did this? I'm like, no, I don't think I did that. They have to keep me accountable.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
All those people in the video, those are my old Air Force buds, most of them, and they have known me for that long, and they have my history. So that's the whole thing is to know people and to have those people in your lives that know your history.
Oh my gosh. Can I play something to let people know a little bit about you, like that might be watching? I want to play something that pulled off the internet. Right? Yeah. So let's see what happens here. So she made a video called In Between Songs, right? So I guess you used to do it. You used to so I do too, right? I got guitars behind me. I play and sing and write songs and try to be creative. But here is I just want to play a snippet of In Between Songs, right, with Diane Hawkins.
There's some songs that I lost the tune. I wrote the words down, but I can't remember how I played them. So here's one you haven't heard, and this one is not on the album. This was circa 2008. If I can remember. It's my only blues song. Here. Cheers.
Oh my gosh. I just had to play that. Oh my gosh.
Well, I have to tell you, the action comes in between the songs. I can play the songs and that's all. But I have no idea what I'm doing in between the songs, and that's when I saw when I because I had done this whole set at my friend's house that I hadn't seen in like 40 years, and when I was watching it all the way through with the songs, I had to pause and go, "What am I doing in between these songs?" It was crazy. So I just had to make the snippets of what I was doing in between the songs. That was more entertaining to me than the songs themselves.
I laughed and laughed and laughed. And then, to listen to what I did, Diane, I did research to figure out how I could reliably play that on the internet for us to watch tonight. Oh, it was so awesome. Yeah, it wasn't like really easy to do. I had to do some conflagrations to make it happen. So,
Conflagrations.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so look, a couple things. I've been stalking the crap out of you, okay? I am your head hawk stalker, okay? Your
Yay.
brothers,
Oh,
our brother, one of them is a doggone musical genius on that guitar and singing.
that would be Donnie, my brother, my oldest brother, Donnie Hawkins, and I'll make sure he sees this that I'm mentioning his name because he's a living legend. He's awesome.
Oh wow, yeah. I want to see him play. I want to interview him and get him to play for us.
He was in the Navy, so yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So just so you know, it has nothing to do with if you actually have been in a service or not, whether you're a hero of mine, right? Everybody is a hero. And really at the end of the end of the end, in my opinion, everybody is a hero. Everybody, like my daughter is my hero. My mama is my hero. So there you go, right? Everybody is kind of one of those relationships.
Right.
And so I don't know, it's just so refreshing to talk to people and get real stories. And that's what we're going to get tonight with Diane Hawkins. So where are you from?
I'm a Heinz 57. My dad was a Yankee and my mom was a Southerner, and I was born in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And I lived all over the place up in Pennsylvania for just the first 10 years of my life, and then we moved down to Florida, St. Petersburg, South Miami, Hollywood. That's probably the longest place I stayed, and call it home, Hollywood, Florida.
Wow.
But other than that, I mean, I haven't. The only other place now I've lived for longer than a few years has been Orlando, and I've been here for 38 years now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So your older brother's Donnie, and then you also have a younger brother, maybe that's in the Air Force?
Yes, he retired from the Air Force. That's Charles. Charles. Hawkins. Yes. So there's Donnie, then me, then Michael, and then Sammy, and then Robert, who was in the Army. He's a very famous comedian. You'll see him on.
Is he the one that did the "You Can't Handle the Truth"?
No, that's Donnie. Robert's not on my YouTube thing. He has his own channel, roberthawkins.biz, that he does all this comedy stuff on. He's very funny. He worked with Ron White, and he worked with. He was on the Titus Show. Remember the Titus Show with?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he's kind of given that up for a while and just kind of retiring a bit and enjoying his life.
Oh wow, that's look. You guys are so talented.
We
I
got some talent in my family.
wow, it is just amazing the talent that exudes out of you. Right, I was sitting next to you at a poker table and just feel it. I just felt your energy. I just enjoyed it so much. Yeah, you're absolutely amazing. Yeah, so like what do you remember? Like you say, okay, yeah, we're all talented. So when's the first time you remember looking around and saying, oh, my brothers are kind of talented here? And you know what? I am too. What, do you remember that?
Well, yeah. Well, it was Donnie who started everything. My dad bought him a guitar when he was about 14, and he just mastered the thing, and he took off. It's all self-taught, and he became so good, and we're all kind of just, fawning all over him. And he was our, inspiration. And then we all decided, well, let me try it. Let me see if I have a voice too. And if you see all of us, we all do it differently. We're not the best. Donnie will tell you he's the best in singing and in guitar playing, and I can't compete with that. I entertain. That's what I do. Is I play like I'm playing in a living room, which consequently that's what I used to do in the Air Force, was entertain my fellow friends. In the day room, one day room at a time. I would be my own little USO show, if you will.
You tell the story about how you parlayed your talent into getting your boots shined. Tell us that story.
You have stalked me, have you not?
Tell us that story.
Well, okay, it was in basic training. Air Force is a pretty easy branch of the service, in my opinion, because from the first week that I was there, we're doing, the cleaning up and everything. I happened to have to clean the TI's room, and under her bed I saw there was a guitar, and I had asked her, "Is that yours?" And she said yes. And she goes, "You can play it if you want to on your off time." I said, "Great." So I'd pull it out at night while we're all supposed to be, shining our shoes and ironing and doing all that, and start playing. And then I'd stop because I'd have to get my work done too. And they go, "No, no, no, you just keep on playing. We'll do your shoes. We'll do your ironing and all that." And I'm telling you what, I had it made in basic training. I also had it made in basic training because the TIs, we didn't get the whole effect of like what the Army or the Marines do, like they come in and toss your beds, and we were supposed to do our physical fitness, that 1.5 mile run. Well, it was raining that day. So what we did was, up in the day room, we just stood, ran in place for 15 minutes. Just, that was it. We didn't get to have our, what's that thing, the final thing where you have to parade, what's that called?
Graduation? You didn't have graduation?
It was raining, it was cold that day too, so we had to sit in the church. I was disappointed. I thought I was going to give up smoking. I thought I was going to get in shape, but no, none of that.
Became a 2-pack-a-day smoker in basic. I don't even know. Come on.
Well, because they would say, while you're waiting in line, well, smoke them if you got them, and at least gave you something to do. Okay. So I just started bumming cigarettes off people. Like, I smoked it.
Starting one out for the other one. Waiting in line. Oh my gosh. So, tell me about the look. You and your brothers had to have put on little concerts and things, right? Did y'all play together and stuff when y'all were kids? No.
We could have been the next Osmond brothers, or
right.
The Hawkins family, if we would have all just gotten along, and if we all didn't want to compete with each other. But no, it's like, whenever we do have Christmas stuff, and we do harmonize, and it's like, man, we're good. But nobody wanted to give up the top spot, especially Donnie. I'm sorry, Donnie. But he, he wanted to still be the best.
Right,
and
right.
If we would have been able to cohesively work together, it would have been, I think we would have been successful.
That's right. Linda Drummond says, very talented girl. Thanks for chiming in, Linda. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Christopher Gavados is out there. Hey, Chris, man, another poker buddy and real estate agent and wonderful friend down there in Central Florida. Hey, Chris, thanks for hanging out. Linda Drummond says, Hawk Stalker here. So, thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, we looks like we got a few hanging out with us. Thanks for being here with Diane Hawkins. You know, it's really cool. I'm going to ask her to play a song. Do you have your guitar next to you? I would love. You don't have to play it now, but in a minute, I really do want you to play, at least that you don't sing along song. I just think that's just the funniest thing in the world.
Well, there is a story behind that. I don't just make this stuff up.
Right?
I mean, I was in Torrejon. Was it Torrejon? Yeah. I was at Torrejon Air Base in Spain, doing my thing in the day room. Everybody's kind of sitting around, and what I do is I play some of my own music, and then sometimes I play whatever the popular music is of the time. So everybody sits around and they start singing along with me when I'm singing songs that right?
Right.
Well, there happened to be this girl. She was from another base. She was just kind of coming through, and so she sat down. She's enjoying herself, and she's singing along with all the other songs that we were singing. And then I switched to an original, something that she would never have heard this before. But she was acting like she knew the song, and so I'm singing it. And she's singing along with me and I'm like, dude, I was kind of flabbergasted because she was trying to sing this song to put herself on the spot, to make herself get attention, I suppose. So, I mean, afterwards and after she's left and everything, I turned to my friends and I'm like, what in the heck was that? So of course I had to write a song about it.
Linda
I call
says,
it the Don't Sing Along song.
Linda says, Don't Sing Along is one of my favorite Diane originals. I'm going to sing along. That's what she said.
Well, see, now it's a thing, because now everybody sings along with me on that song. It's okay. But that was the story behind it. It was a true story.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. Why don't you sing that song for us? Can you do it?
Sure.
Would you? Oh, I would love it.
And I haven't well, I'm not making excuses or anything, but I really haven't played during this whole COVID thing, so I don't have any calluses. So if I wince, it's because my fingers are hurting me very badly.
The Don't Sing Along song and Diane Hawkins, everybody.
Thank you. Well, I just wanna sing my song, and I don't want you to sing along, 'cause you'll just sing off key and mess it up. You can sit there with a smile, but keep your mouth closed all the while, 'cause when you sing, you got a tendency to screw me up. Now, I don't mean to be unkind, but I know I'll never have a little peace of mind if I hear you singing along with me, thinking that you're doing perfect harmony. Well, you will never be a star, and I often wonder who the hell you think you are to sing my song when you don't even know the words. So now you just sit there quietly and leave us singing songs to me, 'cause I like you the best when you can't be heard. I don't mean to be unkind, but I know I'll never have a little peace of mind if I hear you singing along with me, thinking that you're doing perfect harmony. Well, you will never be a star, and I often wonder who the hell you think you are to sing my song when you don't even know the words. So now you just sit there quietly and leave us singing songs to me, 'cause I like you the best when you can't be heard. I said I like you the best when you can't be heard.
Diane Hawkins, everybody. Diane, yay! Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, my pleasure.
Oh, yay, yay, yay. Linda's clapping for us. Thanks, Linda. We appreciate you being here with us. We got, my little category shows we got 9 people watching worldwide. Wow. Look at that. Yay. Chris Gavato says bravo. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Chris. We appreciate you being here. We love everybody. We really appreciate it.
My only 2 friends in the whole world, Christopher.
Oh, my God.
And drumming.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You know, it's interesting to think, right, about doing videos and putting out stuff that's live and the ability to do it. And, you know, Joe Benson's watching. He says, excellent, excellent. Thank you, Diane. You know, it's just interesting in our society how long we're willing to watch things. And look, Ramirez, Mario Ramirez is here. Yay. So
Yay.
let me take this opportunity to say something about Ramirez, if you don't mind. Look, tomorrow night, where's it at? Why is it not showing? Tomorrow night, yeah. Tomorrow night, the Zoom Room Hangout is Cold Steel, and it's Mario Ramirez, and Ramirez, and there it is. And so get with Mario Ramirez for the details. Thanks, Mario. We appreciate it. Jackie's here. She says, fantastic, great fun. Thanks for checking in and letting us know you're here, Jackie. We love you.
Jackie.
Yeah. So here with Heroes Live with Diane Hawkins and the Hawk Stalkers, we're going to play before we move in, if you don't mind. Let's play a game called This or That. Can you do that with me? I'm going to give you...
Truth or Dare?
Yeah, but it's not that intense, you know. It's more like... oh, yeah! All right, so there we go. So here we go. This or that. There's no losers, but we just learned a little bit more about Diane Hawkins here. There is a prize. The prize is whatever you want, within reason. I decide what's reasonable. There you go. That's the prize. Okay, so hey, here we go. First, this or that. Pink Floyd or Miley Cyrus?
Ooh, Pink Floyd.
Okay. Taylor or Ovation?
Ovation. Even though I have both.
Oh, yeah, I've noticed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hawk or Owl?
Hawk.
Okay, I figured you'd go there. Okay. Johnny Carson or David Letterman?
Well, actually, Johnny Carson. I'm old school.
Okay. Monorail or ferry?
I like the ferry. I like anything on the water.
Mars or Venus?
Venus.
All right. And the last one. You're doing great. You're going to be a winner for sure.
Okay.
Yellow light. Stop or go?
At a yellow light?
Yellow light. Stop or go?
I stop.
Oh, yay! Okay, everybody. Diane Hawkins with This or That. We appreciate you playing. You are a winner of This or That. Prestigious. Yay! I mean, you go in the annals of history as a winner of This or That.
This is probably the first one you're doing this with.
Well, hey, it pays. Pays. Virginity is important. Hey, it's important. It's important. So we're here with Diane Hawkins. Everybody, we're hanging out, having a good time. So tell me what it was like to be, like the center of attention in your Air Force basic training, and to get all those kinds of, I don't want to say favors, but to realize that you could parlay your entertainment value into getting things done. Wasn't that pretty cool?
I was humbled, number one, because I didn't think very highly of myself when it came to as far as talent. It was the first time that I broke away from my brother, Donnie, because whenever somebody would give me a compliment, I would say, oh, well, thanks. But my brother, Donnie, he's the guy. And the people in the Air Force let me come to my own, because they go, we don't know your brother, Donnie. we're giving you the compliment because we like what you're doing. So, coming from somebody who had a lot, my self-esteem wasn't really that high back then, but I came into my own from basic training all the way through because of the music, because it was it got people to get together. It was a bonding kind of an experience, and I started really enjoying myself. That I wasn't as shy. See, I was very shy. I was very modest. Growing up with 5 brothers, you have to be modest, being the only girl, because they're always trying to, peek in the windows and stuff like that when I'm, getting dressed. So I'm always having to be modest. So when I got into basic training, well, what do they have? They have showers that are all opened, and there's none of them have curtains on it. So I'm like, what am I going to do now? I'm not used to having my body being shown. Well, I had to act like I knew what it was I was doing, because it would have been more embarrassing to be there being embarrassed. So by the end of the 6 weeks, I'm leading them in song naked. Come on now, let's sing along, and I'm doing this. And it, like I said, it opened me wide up as far as me being able to interact with people in all different kinds of situations, and to laugh at myself instead of thinking that people are laughing at me like I did when I was in high school or in elementary school. I thought people were just laughing at me, and now they were laughing with me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I really appreciate that. That's that's a meaningful experience, right? When you suddenly learn that all of a sudden you got a group of friends around you instead of a group of hecklers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What did you do? What was your job in the Air Force?
I was telecommunication control specialist / attendant. They don't do that anymore. Any of the kind of communications that would come into the base, whether it was telephone, Audubon, Autosevacom, just high. What is it? I can't even remember all the names of the things. They would come through our tech control, and we'd have to make sure that all of the systems were all good, and the signals were in. And if they were wrong, then we'd have to call in the appropriate technicians to fix it. I didn't fix it. I just made, what's it called? Where you. I doing it now. It begins with an I. It's all right. You see, this is why you have this, because we forget even certain words. Anyway, yeah. So I would make sure that, but I also had fun when I was doing tech control too, because AFRTS, you know what AFRTS is, right?
Right.
Armed Forces Radio. Well, the television and the radio systems would come through us as well. Then we'd have to make sure that those were up. Well, the Super Bowl of 1978 or 79 was playing, and I decided to take a patch cord right when somebody had thrown a nice long Hail Mary kind of a thing, and I plugged it into the patch plug and cut off the feed for about 10 seconds and pulled it back out. And it's like afterwards, like, no, you should have seen that play. It was just fantastic. Oh, I know. I did some bad things when I was in tech control. But little things like that, I'd get a kick out of.
No, hold on. So can I dig into this a little bit just to make sure I'm hearing what I'm hearing? Okay, so you shut off the TV coverage of the Super Bowl for a significant portion of armed forces members in what country?
In Spain. It was only for Torrejon Air Base.
Okay, so just one small air base, but for like 10 seconds as a joke.
Yes.
Good joke.
Yeah.
Good joke.
There's a couple other little things, but
Good joke. Good
Yeah.
joke. Yeah. All right. Good joke. Okay. Okay. I love it.
I hope that they, I'm under VA care right now. I have to be in hospital.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
want anything that's being said here to hurt my chances of still getting my.
So when I would go to poker, so if I ever found out that you were going to be at poker, I made sure I was at poker and tried my best to sit
Oh,
next to you. Absolutely, yeah, yeah, without a
I
doubt,
missed you.
hilarious.
You were a lot of fun. You were a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, we had so much fun playing poker way back when. Tell me about doing your job, for the military and serving the military and being a servant of the people of the country. We live in dangerous times. We lived in dangerous times back then. What was it like to be a service member?
Um, well, it was during the Cold War because I was in from '76 to '80, and Jimmy Carter was in office. By the time that I got to Patrick Air Force Base in '79, I well, let's see, it would be yeah. So I was Patrick. That's a combat comm group. So instead of the job being that it's coming through our building, we would have to do it out of vans because it would be on deployments that we would have these like 16-foot vans and all the communications for the command post and everything would come through us. So if you remember 1980, when they had the Iranian hostage crisis, so we were sending people over to support that. Of course, it was all undercover. I mean, nobody knew what we were doing. And the people who were being sent over there, such as myself, I had no idea where I was going. But you're being deployed. Where am I going? Can't tell you. So I fly over, I get to Germany and have to spend the night. And then that's when I realized what I'm over there for is because that's when they did the first attempt with the helicopters that crashed to get the hostages out. So I went, oh crap! Now I know what I'm doing over here. And so the next day I go over. We went to some old Russian air base in the middle of the Egyptian desert, and when the back of the C-130 was going down, it was a dirt storm or a dust storm going on, and I felt like I was coming out into the Wizard of Oz. Like, oh, it was surreal. But we lived in hooches underneath the ground, and I worked out 16 hours a day out of the van. I was over there for 45 days because we were going to make another attempt, but those helicopters, well, as you know, were not. The dust storm and everything kind of blew a lot of that away. But what people don't know about that whole thing was I was there for 45 days. I leave, and then the next plane that comes in as my replacements from Patrick Air Force Base, there was 95 people on there, that the plane crashed, and they all perished.
Oh,
But
no.
you won't hear that.
Right.
And it's like that's how dangerous it really was. I mean, we're not just playing; we're doing our duty, and yeah, I mean that could have been me. Thank goodness it wasn't because. But it was an experience, so that's part of my story that I get to say that even during the Cold War, I got to be a part of a mission. Not something you'd get a medal for or anything like that, because it was, like I said, it's called Eagle, I think it was Operation Eagle Claw or something like that. There's nothing in my records that say that I did that. So I get to say it now, I guess it's declassified. I'm hoping it's declassified. Sorry!
Well, keep it real quiet. We won't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Well, just keep it between us.
Mm.
It'll be all right.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, everybody, I'm here with Diane Hawkins. We're telling classified stories about when Jimmy Carter was president, and she did some secret squirrel missions in Egyptian South America, I think she said. And so there we go. You know.
Egyptians. We used to call it BFE now.
There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what I call Egyptian South America. Oh, I love it. I love laughing with you, Diane. I love laughing with you, Diane. So tell me about the community of folks there, friends that you said you met back then and you obviously keep in contact with today. Look, being a female in the Cold War military, being overseas, I mean, there's struggles and challenges and more than the average bear. Tell us about that.
Well, if I can get personal, it was a time, this was before "Don't Ask, Don't Tell." Okay, it's what I call. It was before "Don't Ask, Don't Tell." It was called "Just Lie." Okay, so if I wanted to be into the military, there was a couple questions I had to say. No, I'm not. So it's like this secret society that I was not somebody who wanted to, do pomp and stamp, trying to make a change or anything like that. I followed the rules. I knew what I was signing up for, and I followed the rules. But I met a lot of other people in the same situation as me, and we had like this bond because we were different than most of the other people, but we were doing our job and we never complained. It was not that at all. So yeah, we became very, very close. And as the years, went on, we did lose touch with each other, but thank goodness for Facebook, because I was able to find most of my buddies through Facebook, hunted them down, tracked them down, did whatever I had to do to find them, and we were able to have a 40-year reunion. Not last year, because it was 2019. Everybody came to Epcot or came to Orlando from all different parts of the country, and I get emotional because it was like we were right back there. We were kind to each other like we were back at Torrejon Air Base, and we sat around and we played guitar and sang and played and fed each other and loved on each other, and it was remarkable. It was so wonderful. In fact, I have a 50-year high school reunion that I don't know anybody from high school, and it's like, why even go? I mean, this was to me like the best thing that ever could happen. And I'm still in touch with other people who couldn't make it to the reunion. We call periodically, and it's like we never left each other. It's wonderful. The bonds you make in the service are beyond anything else.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm here with Diane Hawkins. All you Hawk stalkers that are out there, y'all wave, say hi. Linda Drummond says IT. I think she was talking about back when you were talking about being. Did you and Linda serve together?
No, Linda is a friend of mine from North Carolina. She does what's it called? Tell me, Linda. It's the thing where they hire folks. See, I can't even think of. I can think of old stuff. I can't think of new stuff.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Like not a headhunter, but a job. She puts people to work.
I got you. Yeah. Okay.
Labor force. That's what it is. HR. Okay, I know this.
Thanks,
Linda, Linda caught up with us. She's like, HR. Yeah, I was in the dark myself. So, yay. Thanks, Linda. You're our hero, Linda Drummond. Linda Drummond, our next hero on Heroes I Know, everybody. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. And we'll find out all about it. As we talk, look, you can sponsor a hero. If you've got somebody that you'd like to sponsor, just go to the website, formerforce.com, and click on the little button to send money, via PayPal, and just put the person's name in the thing and sponsor them. But here's what you got to do. You got to let them know you're going to do it ahead of time. It's not like karaoke suicide or something. You can't, sign somebody up for an interview that you haven't asked them for or whatever. But there's no minimum. Look, we do this all by donations. I believe that this is a product that's worth well over $1,000. To talk, to tell your story. I know if I could get my papa's story, I'd give a lot of money for it. And that's what the value of here, right? None of us veterans want to tell our stories. We're like, hey, we'll interview. No, come on, don't talk to me. But when you realize what it is, it's another step. It's like, oh, okay. And so most folks are on board. I think we've got 140 now on the list.
You've been doing a lot.
Yeah, we're doing. We're gonna settle in, I think, to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But right now, I'm doing Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
That's a lot of work.
On Wednesday, we're doing the Zoom Room Hangout, where we've got a topical discussion, kind of having guests to talk about, real world stuff and things, and to hang out and tell stories to my mom. My mom comes on sometimes, and it's fun to get your buddies to tell stories to your mom, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then this is just an attempt, Diane, to try to get our stories. I'm part of the Army, and the Air Defense Branch, and units of folks are talking about units or something. I don't even know what everybody's talking about there on the little stream there, but
I don't know.
I don't know either. But I started trying to capture these stories after people around me got sick, and we just last a couple months ago had a friend of ours get sick and get cancer, and he's dead within a month.
Yeah.
And he was active duty Army, right? Mm-hmm. And it was just tough. It's just tough. Our generation, I was born in '68, and I'm of the age where people are starting to come up with crazy cancers and all kinds of stuff, and it's just an interesting thing. So this became, a mission, and Joe designed a coin and the box and the thumb drive, and so we're putting the tribute slide. So let's play that. I want to do that again. Let's play that tribute slideshow for us.
That's amazing. Like it made me cry.
Oh, let's watch this. Diane Hawkins, everybody. All right, we'll start it over right here. Here we go. We're hanging out with Diane Hawkins, U.S. Air Force, Cold War era.
I've been working like a dog, day and night, trying to finish up this job and do it right. There's only a few things that a man like me needs, and Jesus whiskey, and you're right next to me, singing, hey honey, I'm coming home. Don't know why I'm gone so long. Hey honey, I'm coming home to you. Said, hey honey, promise please that you're gonna be the light on for me. Hey honey, I'm coming home soon. You know what we're gonna do. Heaven knows that you put your time into it. Hell of a Wonder Woman, sweet red wine, and how you choose. Well, let's get one thing straight, it ain't about what you do for me. Well, I'm gonna love you, and I love you loving me. Singing, hey, honey, coming home, and don't know why I've been gone so long. Hey, honey, I'm coming home to you. Said, hey, honey, promise please that you're gonna leave the light on for me. Hey, honey, I'm coming home soon. You know what we're gonna do, yeah.
See, that pretty much just says it all.
Yeah,
says it all.
doesn't it? So tell me what strikes you about that slideshow.
Well, it's like seeing your life flash before your eyes. You know, you've got when I'm little and the things I was doing before I went into the service. You've got my service peeps, my tech school, and then you have, excuse me, the things that I like to do, like the cruising. I mean, that's Chris and I. We do that now. That's anytime we can get, any chance we can get is the cruising, and it gives me such a peace. And so I look at that, and it's like if I'm at my own memorial or something, to see the different phases in my life, and I looked happy, and I still am happy, you know. And it's what you make of your life, and I'm kind of proud of it. I'm kind of proud of all the things that I've done and all the people I've met.
Amen, amen. Craig Evans says, Diane, thank you for your service. And Chris Gavados puts his cruise ship up here.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! So I know Chris. But Chris played poker with us. Did you meet Chris over at the poker table?
Oh no.
Oh.
Chris came to work in our department at Disney, and I had the pleasure of training him into the job of POS systems. And I'm sure he doesn't want me to tell you the story of how I was such a good trainer with him. But I've known him since '97.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And yes, we meet up at the poker thing.
Oh, Chris is awesome trainer.
Yeah. He just has to learn where to look for certain files. That's all I got to say.
Oh, that's great. He's just so patient, so patient. Not. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
see,
boy.
he's one of those. There's my history with the Air Force and the friends that I've met with the Air Force. But he's my longest standing best bud. After Air Force, somebody who stuck by me through thick and thin, through death, through whatever, and he's my person, as I like to call him.
Oh, wow. So Chris, I met at poker, and of course fell in love with Chris. Chris, you got to do this with me. Give me a thumbs up if you're going to do this with me. It's in the effing editor's directory. Oh my gosh, I can't. Yeah, but Chris would come and cut up, and we had so much fun. So yeah, Chris, is that you saying not? No, you will. Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll have a great time, buddy. We'll have a great time. Yeah. I'm here with Heroes Live with Diane Hawkins, and we're telling stories about the old days and the new days and the stuff that's to come. I want you to sing your blues song at some point, if you don't mind. Do you remember? You got to remember that song, right? Or is there another song? I mean, you don't have to do it now. Is there another song you remember you'd rather sing? No, we can do whatever.
I can do the blues song.
Do it. Yeah, do it then. Do it. Let's play. All right, everybody. She's going to sing us the blues song. It's called
I'll Sing the Blues.
There you go. There you go.
You know, when you're feeling bad and all that kind of stuff. If I can, all right, just my fingers. When I woke up this morning, something just didn't seem right. Well, it came without a warning, made everything look black and white. The clouds are hanging over me, the sun has gone away, and the only color that I see is a lighter shade of gray. Oh, I've got the blues. I sat there in isolation, feeling sorry for myself. I needed some consolation. I didn't know how bad I felt. Oh Lord, there's one thing I can do that's gonna make me feel brand new. I'll sing the blues. Yes, I'll sing the blues in reds and yellows, all the colors of the rainbow, to remind me that you're always here with me. I'll sing the oranges of sunset to never let me forget. I'll sing the purples of the mountain's majesty. And when I'm feeling down and wanna turn my life around, I'll sing the blues. Yes, I'll sing the blues of every ocean, and if I have the notion, I'll sing the silver in the linings, in the clouds up in the sky. I'll sing the golden shades of autumn when I'm sitting at the bottom, to lift me up and make me wanna fly. So when I'm feeling down and wanna turn my life around, Lord, there's one thing I can do that's gonna make me think of you. I'll sing the blues. I'll sing the blues. I'll sing the blues. I'll sing the blues.
Yay! We're here with Diane Hawkins, everybody. Look, it was awesome. Like, while you were singing the song, like our people started signing on and coming on. We're getting even more people. Thanks for coming and hanging out, Hawk Stalkers. Let us know you're here. We appreciate it. We're here with Diane Hawkins. She was singing the blues.
Well, that's because they don't want us to hear Biden, I guess, or something. He just started the Union speech or whatever, State of the Union.
Oh yeah, we're going up against the State of the Union.
I know. So let's say us over here or Biden over there. Okay.
Oh wow, that's great! Yay, yay, yay! So Benson says, "Yay!" Craig Evans is with us. He's laughing, and Linda Drummonds is clapping, and I'm clapping. We're here with Diane Hawkins. So what does the C stand for?
Confidential. I know. That's what I used to say because my first name is Karina, but my name was supposed to be Diane. That's what my mom and my dad agreed upon, was let's call her Diane. And so she had to think of a middle name that began with a C because to follow with my dad, Donald Claire Hawkins, Diane C. Hawkins. Well, she came up, I don't know, out of one of them Catholic name books or something, and Karina, that sounds nice, and it means Mary, like in Catholic speak. And so she was going to be Diane Karina. But on the birth certificate, she thought it sounded better, Karina Diane. And my dad was furious. I thought we were going to call her Diane. Well, we're going to call her Diane. We just that just caused me a lot of problems because going through school, you have to have your legal name. Karina, nobody can say that Karina right, except for the Latinos. I will tell you, the Latinos know how to say Karina. And it melts my heart anytime somebody says it. So I use it today because a lot of my dentist and a lot of the healthcare workers and waitresses and stuff, it's like they see my name and they go, "Ay, Karina." Oh, my guys who do my hair, my barber boys, they're from the Dominican Republic, and they know that. Well, they don't call me Karina; they call me Diane. But yeah, if a Latino says Karina, you see, it's melts me.
You okay?
I don't know. I'm having a moment. But anyways, yeah, I used to say confidential because I didn't want anybody to know what my first name was, but now I embrace it.
Now you embrace Karina.
So, you're saying it wrong. That you white person, you're saying Corina. It's not Corina, and I'm gonna. It's Karina. Karina. And white people can't do it. White people cannot do it.
White people can't jump, and white people can't say Karina.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Christopher Gonzalez is putting, I guess, a cigarette or something on there. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh. So, tell me about like transitioning out of the military. Did you like? I mean, why did you go in the Air Force?
Good question. I don't know. I just felt this calling. I was going to join up for the Navy to follow in my brother's footsteps. So I thought Navy sounds cool, but the recruiter was trying to hit on me, and that left a bad taste in my mouth.
Right.
So I went over to the Air Force recruiter, and but it was a calling. I don't know. It was something I knew I wanted to do, and I wanted to put because what was my life? I was working in a photo processing plant, making $2 an hour, and looking at dirty pictures as they're coming through. And so I guess I wanted to have a little responsibility, something to push me in a direction that was not Nowheresville, because I wasn't going to be anything. So I went in, and then when it came time to, my 4 years were almost up. I hadn't talked to the first sergeant yet to see, because he was going to try to talk me into signing up again. Well, my friend Joe Larkin at Patrick Air Force Base had gone to a job fair in Orlando. It was with Patrick's over at Cocoa Beach, and he'd gotten a job with McDonnell Douglas Automation Company,
right,
in St. Louis by going to this job fair. And he came back and he's all bragging about it and stuff. And I'm going, well, I want to do that too. And what he did, I swear to you, was he dialed a number and handed me the phone. And I don't know what I'm doing, but a lady answered the phone. McDonnell Douglas Automation Company, how may I help you? I'm going, you got any jobs? And she goes, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I do this kind of stuff. And she goes, well, that sounds like Bill Harris's department. Hold on. And she connected me to Bill Harris, who's the director of IT. It wasn't called IT back in the day. And he set me up with Warren Gaddy. I think he's dead now. And he gave me an interview and flew me out there and gave me a job. And I was making the same amount of money starting off as Joe Larkin, which was $17,980. which was 3 times as much as what I was making in the Air Force. So of course, I'm not gonna re-up because I was barely making $6,000 a year back then. But to start up at $17,980, oh! So that was my first job out of the service, and it was because of the kind of job that I was doing. That I wasn't doing exactly the same thing in St. Louis with McDonnell Douglas, but we put in the first Wang word processor for the secretaries to get them off their electric typewriters. The Wang word processor, okay? It was the first computer that they ever knew about, and we had modems that were 300 baud. 300 baud. You getting me right?
I remember.
And then it went up to 1,200 baud, and we thought, oh, it can't get any better than this. 2,400 baud? No, you can't be serious. And then 4,800. I mean, the sky was the limit when it came to modem speeds. But so I was with McDonnell Douglas Automation Company for 3 years. Then Joey got a job in Orlando with AT&T. Well, it was back then. It was called American Bell. And I go, I want to do that. So 6 months later, I followed Joe back to Orlando. Worked for American Bell, turned into AT&T, was with them for about 5 years. And then I had basically a nervous breakdown, if you will. I mean, it was like, why am I doing this job? I don't know. And so I quit. I was making like $45,000 a year back then. And I quit. And how people couldn't believe that I would quit that job. And so then I became a server at Ryan's Steakhouse during lunchtime. And then about 9 months of doing that, a job opening happened at McDonnell Douglas Missile Systems in Titusville. And I was making half the pay, but it at least got me back over there. I was there for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and then I got a job at the FDIC as security something or other. I was like head of security over there, really basically telling people how to come up with passwords, make safe passwords. And then from there, they laid us all off, and I did 6 months of unemployment, and then signed up with a contract company, and I got a training job at Disney for 2 years, and then I got hired on with Disney, and that's been the rest of my career. Whew.
Yeah, so what did you do at Disney? What do you do at Disney? Are you retired now, right?
Oh, hell yes. Hell yes. I retired when I was 59. I'm 67 now. So I retired early. I retired, well, because my mom was sick and I needed to take care of her. And I was only able to take care of her for really only 1.5 months. And then she passed. But it got me out of the door. I knew I was ready I couldn't do both the job and take care of my mom. And since I was already out, I'm like, I think I'm going to enjoy this, being retired. So I was in POS systems, meaning, we took care of all of the, the registers at the restaurants and the merchandise places were all the old NCR type of point of sale. And we came in with a new touchscreen concept. Do you want fries with that? Okay, so it's going to be $175. You want to pay cash or charge? But I had to come up with all the buttons and do all the implementation of all these things for all of the restaurants in all of the parks. I even opened up Animal Kingdom all by myself. Yeah, I did all of that, and then we went to doing merchandise POSs, and then the resorts and all of that. So yeah, my whole career was in POS with Disney.
Oh, that's great. Right. So cash registers, a point of sale is what POS stands for.
Or a piece of shit is the other
Yeah,
word. Yeah. Point of sale.
I figured I would emphasize the other one though.
Right. Point of
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
So, what like obviously playing guitar and stuff. What is a hobby? What other hobbies do you have? What kind of thing? You play poker?
I'm an artiste, honey. I I do commissioned artwork.
Talk to me. Yeah, I love it.
Okay, well, it started about 15, or no, longer than that. I was still working at Disney, and I was in whatever. I started sketching my brother, one of my brothers. Uh, what's his name? Robert. And for some reason, I got a hair up my butt. I think I'm going to do all my family. And I drew my dad, and then I drew my half sisters, and I drew my other brothers, and I got to uh, I was going to do my brother Chuck, the youngest, and I got inspired because I had just moved over to my condo. I had gotten inspired to write some songs, some inspirational songs, and so I have a CD that I came up with. But I got distracted and I got off the artwork. And for 15 years, I didn't go back to doing my art until finally, a couple years ago, um, right before COVID, or just at the end of the other year before COVID, I don't know, 2019. I went ahead and drew him, and then I finished up with another brother. And so I've got this wall of my family, the reunion wall, because everybody's together. Got my mom and myself and everything. So then I started drawing other people, and then people started paying me to draw them. And I do also do portraitures. My website, C. Diane Hawkins Portraitures, has all of the work I do there. And so I get commissioned to do stuff now for and people like it. Oakland of Drummond.
Portraitures. I'm trying to spell portraitures, and it's too much. I'm trying to put the P-O, portraiture.
P-O-R.
P-O-R.
R-A-I-T-U-R-E. Portraitures.
Portraiture.com.
You got it?
No.
P-O-R.
Mm-hmm.
T-R-A-I-T-U-R-E-S. Portraitures.
.com?
No, it's under Facebook.
Oh, okay.
It's
Gotcha.
it's my other page. C. Diane Hawkins dash portraitures. P-O-R-T-R-A-I.
There you go. See Diane Hawkins portraitures right there up on the screen.
Yes.
Took me a minute.
You can look at my photos, and there are my pictures.
Oh, wow.
See, I do dog. They're photorealistic drawings. They're all pencil and charcoal, and so you can go down under the photos, and the one like my cousin Jan with the hand, and there's my family under photos. You seeing it?
No, let me, I'm going to pull it up
the-
real quick. I'm going to pull it up real quick so we
Okay.
have it.
See?
Diane Hawkins.
And I'm for hire. If anybody
Amen.
wants anything done. I'm not cheap, though.
That's right. That's right. Let's see. Let's share.
See, everybody's
on
leaving
screen.
to go watch Biden, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, big time. Big time. Here we go. Share everybody right there. All right, here we are. Here we are. We got. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. So
Go under photos though. That
okay.
not just the, and that gives you more of
Oh
all the photos and
wow.
stuff I've done.
So let's hit fine art. Check that out real quick. Oh, look
Yeah.
at that. Wow. Wow, everybody. We're here with commission art specialist Diane Hawkins. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. That is so awesome. Amazing work. Thank you. Again, honored. I'm honored. Amazing stuff. Look at how beautiful this is. Thanks for hanging out with me. And what have we got here? Thanks for hanging out with me. We're here with Diane Hawkins, and look at her portraitures and petritures. You are amazing, absolutely amazing. So she worked at Disney for many years. Now she's doing art. She does music, singing, I'm sure, acting, emceeing, comedy, poker playing, and she showed us earlier she'd probably do well at Mardi Gras. You know, so we're having a good time hanging out. I hope you guys are. So tell me about, you talked about your mom earlier. Tell me about losing your mom and those kinds of things and taking care of your mom and such. Can you go there?
Yeah. It was difficult. And, a mother-daughter relationship, I don't know if you can understand this, but a mother-daughter relationship can be difficult. Because you want to do everything you can for your mom, and if your mom is not one of those that is more critical, you just don't feel like you're doing. You don't feel. What is it? What's the word? I don't feel that she recognized me for all the stuff that I did for her. And once she was stubborn, she fell and was on the floor for 2 days without contacting anybody. And that caused her to have to go to the hospital, and then she had to go to rehab, and she fell again and broke her hip, and it was going downhill. One thing that it reminded me of, and I hate that I did it, but I had put her in a nursing home. I couldn't take care of her 24/7, and plus I was still working. That is something. It was necessary to do, but I don't want to go there. I do not like our system for our nursing care, our health care for older people. Sucks. I mean, if I could be an advocate for anything, it's going to be, we got to do better. We got to do better with the elders. I'm hoping that it'll get better before I get it to any place like that, because I really, if it's necessary, I'm going to have to go. It's horrible. It's a horrible place. But anyway, yeah. So it actually, that was the bad taste about the death of her, was in the manner that she died and where she died. The same kind of thing happened with my dad too, and that was just was it a year ago? Year ago Christmas. He was in a independent living place, and he fell and had to get his hip done. He had a stroke while he was in surgery, and 5 days later he's gone too. It was just the health care it could have been done better. You could have communicated some more. They were trying to even deny that he had a stroke. And and yet it says it in his records that he did. The accountability, they don't have accountability. Don't get me started on this. It's all it does is it just reminds me, if I have to pay somebody to take care of me at my house, I'm going to do it. And I wish I could have done that for my mom.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, look, my I'm getting older. My mom and dad are getting older. I'm very thankful that my mom and dad are still alive and they're still close to me and that they still love me, and I haven't, messed up too bad such that they've, kicked me out into the pond or anything. I'm proud of that, right? We're proud of, my mom and dad are my heroes, right? I've interviewed them and they're on there, just like I'm interviewing my hero, Diane Hawkins, tonight. And thanks for sharing, right? You've gotten, pretty candid with us about a few things and stuff. And thanks for sharing. I really appreciate that. Tell me a little bit about your spirituality, if you don't mind. They say there's no atheist in foxholes, and spirituality is a very unique experience for all of us. But I think we all know that deep down inside sometimes there might be something more and something to grasp a hold of and hold on to during those dark hours of lonely, scared and things. And I'm just wondering, is there something that keeps you going? Is it a whistle in your head, or a tune that comes forth, or a memory of something?
Well, I grew up Catholic. I consider myself a recovering Catholic now, but I don't believe that spirituality is assigned to a denomination. I have tried different churches. I tried to belong to different churches, and it's not. I don't get the same kind of when you're gathered with others of like minds. I don't feel very spiritual. I feel there's a lot of acting going on when people are in front of other people. They try to act all the same way, and I find my spirituality more in silence, more in writing my own songs that are. I don't consider them to be spiritual. I call them inspirational, because it's like sharing. It's a wisdom kind of a thing, sharing what I've experienced and trying to pass it on to other generations is kind of like my spirituality. You can't take it with you, and you can only, and you don't want to preach, but you can do by example. And if I can hit somebody with a song that one fella said, like I said, the CD, he took it with him on a trip to see his dad, and he listened to all the songs on that over and over and over again, and it got him to have a better relationship with his father. Just because it kind of swirled around in there. So my silence, it's not through prayer. I mean, my spirituality is not through prayer or anything. It's I turn it inward and I go, how am I feeling today? Who's driving me today? They're the God in me is pushing me through something that's a bad situation. It keeps me worry-free. I don't have to worry, because I know whatever's happening to me is happening, and I can get through it because I don't feel alone. Does that make sense?
No, that's it. I feel the same way, right? There's a partner that I'm there with, right? Jesus walks with me and he talks with me, and we can call him Jesus, we can call him whatever you want, but right. I happen to identify with the biblical Jesus and the Holy Spirit. And so if I think that Jesus and the Holy Spirit sit right here, and if I'll just listen, all right, but I got to shut this other dude over here up, right? I got to tell him to quit all the blah, 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 blah. What I find myself, and look, okay, I'll share a little bit of my spirituality with you. Okay. If I find myself talking to myself, then that's ego. If I've got words, if I'm replaying some event or thinking about it's an ego. But if I feel something, if something wells up inside of me such that all of a sudden there's a song or it just explodes out of you. And that is the Holy Spirit coming through you. And you have to shut this asshole up to get the Holy Spirit to come out. And at least that's how it rolls with me, right? And so, we all have the Spirit inside of us that calms us down. It takes a while sometimes, that renews our spirit, that allows us to confess our sins and is faithful and just, and it just cleanses us somehow. It's like there's a new day, and we go, I'm sorry, I messed up, and we make peace with ourselves or whoever it is. And one of the interesting things that I've found is that if I find that I can make peace with myself enough to apologize to anybody and everybody accepts that apology. If I say, look, I messed up, I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Right? And that's the example that we use with each other. And so I appreciate that, and I love you, and thanks for hanging out with me and talking about these things. Tell me about what you're looking forward to. What's going on in your life that you're excited about? Is there another cruise? Is there a birth of a baby? Is there a baby that was birthed that there's a song written about?
Oh yeah, Parker. Well, that was 13 years ago. My friend Donna is the grandmother of Parker and Ryan. And Linda Drummond is Aunt Linda.
I love it.
Yeah, great Aunt Linda. Yeah, I don't know if she's great aunt. Anyway, I was there when Parker and Ryan were born, little girls. They have those names that could go either way. And I don't know. I just felt inspired I was her Nana. I'm Nana. And I wrote the Parker's Lullaby for her. And I mean they're up in North Carolina now. I don't see them but maybe once a year. But it's just nice that I was able to have that when they were babies, to have the experience to have children, because I don't have no children of my own.
No children.
No children, and it's like, I mean, who's going to carry on any legacy or anything like that? Who's going to to be able to do the stories like you said now, it's not like I've got anybody to tell them to pass down I've got nieces and nephew that, they'll probably remember me through certain things. Well, and if they had something like this, they can go, oh, hey, that's my Aunt Diane, and she was kind of special.
Yeah, that's it. But that's exactly what it is for. Because look, if my ancestors were awesome people, right? My uncles and aunts and grandfathers, but the technology wasn't there to even record it. Now, look, we're not gonna have 1 million views on our stuff, but look, if it's just one view that counts, and it's somebody that touches. And it's just an experience, right? Once it's like my mom has a videotape of me from basic training. When I went to basic, they had you could pay like $35 or something and go in a booth and record a 5-minute videotape. So you go in this booth and I'm like, yeah, so it's 87 and I'm in this little booth and I'm like, put the thing in, you press the button, there's a video camera, something, And I'm like sitting in the booth going, hi, Mom, I'm here. And, what do you say? I'm like, there's rocks everywhere. I'm at Fort Bliss. It's a desert. They yell at us regularly. We do lots of push-ups, But that video, my mom, gathered everybody in the whole neighborhood, every aunt, uncle, this was VCR tapes, right? And so... But to have this, right, somebody down the road can look at it tonight, tomorrow, 10 years from now, 1 million years from now, and we have a digital video record of Diane Hawkins, U.S. Air Force, hero I know, right? Woo, yeah.
Right.
Absolutely, absolutely. So As you think about your life so far, and I ask this question a lot, is there a year or a time in your life that you'd go back to and live again, or maybe do over, or enjoy?
Listen, honey, uh, I'm glad I got to do the things that I got to do. But if somebody said to you, hey, if you could pick a year and go back and relive it and start from there and live your life all over again, no, no, no. I've made it to now. I survived my life. And when I say that, I say it with respect because it took a lot of experience to get to where I'm at today. And I'm happy where I'm at today.
Amen.
Even though if you look forward, I'm 67. Do I got 20 years? Maybe. But I have to look at what can I do in those 20 years and not look back and say, what the hell have I done with my whole entire life? Because it got me to here. It got me to now, and that's where I want to be. I don't want to relive it. I don't want to have to start all over again. God, it's an opportunity that many people do not get to have, is to be where I'm at today.
Amen. Amen. Oh yeah, yeah. I can't imagine. I don't know. I just can't imagine starting over either. Now that you put it that way. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
There's not one single year or single defining moment that makes me who I am. It's all of them. It's absolutely all of them. If this didn't occur, then I wouldn't be this. If this bad thing didn't occur, then I wouldn't have learned from something. It's the experiences, and they had to come in just that order. And you can't question, well, why me? Why did this happen to me? Because it becomes evident later on.
Yeah.
Just like, well, oh, I got laid off at work. I don't have a job. I didn't have a job for a year, whatever. I'm paying Cobra. I'm having to pay Cobra so I can keep my health insurance for a year and a half after I got laid off, and paying exorbitant amounts for that. And then because I didn't make any money for that year, I was able to sign up and enroll with the VA. That not all veterans can do that because you make too much money, or you're a different priority. The priority 8s, it's like you're eligible for VA benefits, but they don't enroll everybody because some are better off. Well, but just because of that year that I had no money, I was able to enroll in VA because I didn't make $10,000 that year. You can look at, oh, I lost my job, but no, it was because of that I was able to have the health care that I have. And I love the VA. I love them. They take care. They just did my eyes. I had cataracts. So I have brand new eyes, and I don't need reading glasses. I can see perfectly well now. I'm really happy about that.
Oh well, let me fix my hair now.
Yeah, I see you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So what, as we begin to kind of close things down and think about, ending the show, one of the things that what was your rank in the Air Force? Were you always an airman?
I was E4 sergeant.
A sergeant.
Yeah, I was sergeant. That's back. E4 today is senior airman or
Senior
something
airman.
like that.
Yeah.
But back then it was E4 was a sergeant. Like buck sergeant to you.
Right. So did you like I did? Did you get a kind of power trip of being a sergeant?
Oh heck no.
No.
No, because I was only a sergeant for like the last 6 months or whatever.
Oh, I love it.
Anyways, I don't even remember being called Sergeant Hawkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal.
Oh, wow, that's great. Well, what I was wondering is if I could get you to call your squad to attention and then salute and sign out, and then we'll end this. After you do that, I'll play our slideshow, and then we'll call it a night. How's that? And then
Well, that sounds real. I just want to say again, Will, this has been a real pleasure, and it's been great seeing you again. And you ask a lot of questions, and they're not just who would you do? No, you ask provoking questions, and I mean, it's only my job to be honest, and like you said, and candid. Not trying to hide anything. I have nothing to hide. Who am I going to hide from? My mom's dead. My dad's dead. Who cares? It's fun to be able to talk about yourself, and you have a captive audience because we're they have to listen if they're watching this.
I love it. Well, thanks. Well, give us a call to attention and sign out for us, and then we'll play that slideshow and call it a night.
Well, thank you, Will. Squadron 10. Hut. See you later.
Oh, I love it. Diane Hawkins, everybody. Yay, 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 yay.
I've been working like a dog, day and night, trying to finish up this job and do it right. There's only a few things that a man like me needs, and Jesus whiskey, and you're right next to me, singing, hey honey, I'm coming home. I don't know why you're gone so long. Hey honey, I'm coming home to you. Hey, honey, promise please that you're gonna leave the light on for me. Hey, honey, I'm coming home soon. You know what we're gonna do. Heaven knows that you put your time into it. Hell of a woman, sweet red wine, and how you choose. Well, let's get one thing straight, it ain't about what you do for me. Well, I'm gonna love you, and I love you loving me. Singing, hey, honey, coming home. I don't know why I've been gone so long. Hey, honey, I'm coming home to you. Said, hey, honey, promise please that you're gonna leave the light on for me. Hey, honey, I'm coming home soon. You know what we're gonna do, yeah.
Been hanging out with Diane Hawkins, everybody. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I've enjoyed it very much. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you, Diane. I love you. Much love, everybody. See you guys tomorrow night at the Zoom Room Hangout. Cold Steel, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. Bye, Diane. Much love. Blessings.
Bye-bye. You too.